Yo, what's good YouTube? This is your boy Hi-Fi on a Big Boy, and today I'm gonna be doing the review of the Alesis V25 MIDI controller. And without further ado, let me just dive right into these topics. The first impression, what I felt like when I just got it, the feel of the keyboard itself, a little about the features, the durability, and what I don't like about the keyboard, and if I will recommend it in general. So now let me talk about the first thing, which is the first impression. I got this keyboard like 4 years ago, just like the title says. At that time, it was my first keyboard ever, over 4 years ago actually. I got it on eBay. And when I got it, I was really excited because actually I wanted to get a different keyboard, but it was out of stock at that point. So I got this one thinking it was going to fit in my bag. But when I got it, I saw that it's actually larger than the most keyboard. It was looking expensive and stuff, more expensive than it is. I got it like around $130. I think it's now $100 or so. I got it at $136. Yes, the feel is actually like feeling, expensive and sturdy. Let me review the drum pad first. For the drum pad, I really liked how it felt because I've never actually hit a drum pad before until I had this one. So I thought it was going to be a button pushing and stuff like that, but when I saw that it actually doesn't push in, it feels like a drum. I was really impressed and I really liked that. And then when you hit the keyboard, when you hit the pad, the glow around it was really impressive, and I really felt that. And then the next thing I'll talk about is the faders here. As far as I'm concerned, those things felt like they were meant to feel when I touched it the first time, and up to now I still like it. It feels very good. And the knobs here, which is the faders here, feels good too and sturdy, and everything is standard. The buttons here, I don't know, it feels a bit, sometimes I press it doesn't respond. I press it doesn't respond, then I have to press it harder. I mean, this is my own version, maybe it's just that. Outside that, the buttons feels good too, but it's just that sometimes you really have to hard press it before it responds, even though you feel it like you're pressing something, it still doesn't respond. Now, the keys itself, I saved this for the last because personally, I'm used to playing Yamaha keyboard, the ones you play in church that are not actually MIDI controllers. I played that since I was a kid, so they were weighted, they felt like a grand piano kind of weighted. So when I was pushing on this, which is semi-weighted, I think that's what they call it, it felt like a spring. It didn't feel acoustic, it didn't feel original. So I think that's how all semi-weighted keys act like. But for me, I had to get used to it. But definitely I prefer this to other 25 keys MIDI keyboard that don't even have any weighted keys at all. And the next thing is, I just dropped my glasses. If you're still here and you're watching this with me, please drop a like, comment, subscribe, because I really need that to motivate me to make more of this video. This is my first review video and I'm trying to grow my channel. And don't get bored, don't click away, watch till the end. I'm sure you will like my conclusion or not. So now the next thing is a little about the features. It has, I already said, it has semi-weighted keyboard, which means it's not completely weighted like your grand piano, but it has some kind of pushback to it. And it has full-size keyboard. This is what's special about the Alesis V25. Other 25 keys keyboard don't have full-size keyboard, and you have to squeeze your hands to play the chords. But this one, you can actually play the chords like a normal person playing piano chords, except obviously you're limited to 25 keys, so you can't really express yourself. It has velocity responsive keys, meaning if I give it a soft touch, it gives me small velocity, like the volume of that key that I'm playing will be low, and if I press it hard, it gives me the higher volumes and stuff. So yeah, that's very good. For the price, that's beat across the other competition at the time. Right now there are probably other options, but at the time across the competition. And again, the drum pad, they are obviously 8 and the keys are 25 keys. And these knobs, they are assignable knobs. You can assign it to any button on your digital audio workstation. I won't say digital audio workstation again, I'll be calling it DAW. It worked for FL Studio, it worked for Pro Tools, it worked for Ableton Live, because I use those 3 DAWs. And if you don't know how to link it to your Pro Tools, maybe you guys should comment. If you want that tutorial, I'll make it, because I had a hard time trying to figure that one out. And this button here, it has other 4 knobs for controlling other faders. So what I normally do is I link one of these keys to control my drums, my group sound and effects and anything. Just link it how you like. I really enjoy my Ableton Live. One thing it comes with is mine came with Ableton Live light version and expand, the full version, and up to today I still use those two things. I started using them after my keyboard came with it, and I use it a lot for my beat now. So that was a really good package. These up and down keys are actually to control your octaves. So you have only 25 keys, and if you want to express yourself and play higher notes, you can just press up keys and play those higher notes, and down keys to play those bass. So yeah, you won't really miss much, but you will miss expressing yourself if you need more keys. Now, I wish these up and down keys actually control these drum parts too, meaning sometimes I get tired of using just 8 sounds for my drums, and I want to use the drum part to control other parts of my digital audio workstation, but I can't because this up and down only controls the keyboard, not the drum part. Yeah, it lights up, it glows. The keys here, they light up, which is really helpful, and the ones here too, they light up. And I said it's semi-weighted, velocity responsive, and it has pitch bending fader, which means if you're playing and then it changes the sound and stuff like that, and gives you a higher or lower pitch. Let me go on what I have on Alesis V25. The next thing is the durability. So again, I've had this thing for over 4 years. I got it when I was in university. My university life was very rough. I'll cut that. My university life was very rough, jumping from bus, trying to get a class, trying to make beats all night in the architecture studio, running back to my apartment, which was far away from the university. So I had this living in my bag a lot. Transferring, sometimes I didn't even put it in a bag. And my dumb self didn't even know I was going to need a bag, so I didn't even buy it up to now. So I had to put it in a different kind of backpack like that. I wasn't really padded. And it stood the test of time. Nothing is wrong with my keyboard except there was one day somebody big crushed my bag. Trying to rush inside the same bus I was trying to get in from nowhere. I was like, damn, this person is going to make me go bankrupt. Luckily for me, it's only wobbles, it shakes, but it's still working fine. So yeah, it is really durable. If anything I'm going to give this keyboard is the durability. I was really impressed. I can't believe I'm still using this now. Now, what I don't like about the keyboard, first thing is this drum pad. I like the drum pad, but what I don't like about drum pad is sometimes I'm trying to press it once. Like most of the time I'm trying to press it once. I don't want to double press, but when I do this, double press it and double input my digits, so I have to go back and edit it. But really, that's not a problem that should stop you from buying it, unless there are other options that fixes that. I see all these features in another keyboard. It's just something I have to get used to. If you're a subscriber on my channel, you'd have seen me making a beat with my Alesis V25 and drumming the drum pad. That's what I use 80% of the time to start my pattern rolling nowadays. But then still something I have to deal with. And again, these buttons, sometimes they are hard to press. You might think you're pressing it now, but it's not responding because it's hard touch. So I think that's a bit linked with the durability. It's tough, but don't spill anything on it. I never spilled anything on it. And I've already mentioned that you can't use this up and down button to control this drum pad. Now, how would I recommend this keyboard? Actually, this keyboard is very good. I don't want to hype it too much, but I just have to be honest with you. I feel like this keyboard kind of like made a big impact in my beat making standard and everything. It's like one of my best investments ever, because I'm not like really into the beat world and I still use it. So would I recommend it? Heck yeah, I'll recommend this keyboard. And I just gave you the secret sauce. It's old and it still works. Everything is still working fine. So that's all about the Alesis V25 4-year review from an everyday user. Check out my website, HiFiTechBeat.com. And if you want to drop music, use DistroKid and I'll give you like 7% discount off your first year subscription.